How's it going, YouTube? This is Charizard, and today we have a PSA return video. It's been a little while. It's been a little bit of time since we got one of these back. I would say 4 months, 5 months. It's been a while. But we got one. We got one back. This will become, hopefully, a more consistent thing in the future. I will be sending more stuff in, so you're going to get more submission videos, more return videos, and just more videos in general. But yeah, 101 card return. Really good submission. I'm pretty excited to go through this one. Just a disclaimer ahead of time. I am sick or coming out of being sick. So if you hear any gross sounds or if I have to pause to blow my nose, I do apologize ahead of time. But it may happen. It's just part of doing these videos. You're not always refreshed and happy and... Well, I'm happy. I mean, the submission makes me happy. But, yeah, you know what I'm getting at. But anyway, if it happens, I do apologize. But yeah, 101 cards graded by PSA. Approximately, oh gosh, what, 1,600-ish USD after shipping and everything. Probably more than that, actually, because of the shipping that goes out. It's actually kind of insane now. And it's going to be even more now that the cost went up. This was before that. So... Again, 101 cards, all Japanese, except for one. We'll get to that when we get there. And the years range from all the way from the beginning until modern. As always, I will pick my top 3 favorites only. PSA 10, the reason I always do that, not because PSA 10 is more important, but simply because that limits the pool that I can pick from. Otherwise, I'll just pick the same cards all the time, every time a submission comes back. So we'll only pick from a pool of the PSA 10s for favorites, top 3. It's going to be tough in this one. There's a lot of good stuff in here, a lot of nice stuff to go through. There was probably 1 weak grade in here. Other than that, I mean, majority were 10s. Just a really strong submission. So let's get into it. And it's crazy. We're on freaking 10 certs. It's so wild. But anyway... Let me put these to the side, and we will start running through what we got here. All right, and I am going to change my angle for you guys a little bit too now. We got those big stacks moved out of the way. Why do I feel like this seems kind of dark? Does it? Huh? Maybe it's just this Magneton. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will be fine. I need to just stop nitpicking, and we need to jump into it. You like the Mew playmat? It's been a while since I used this 151. It's like a ginormous one. If I change the brightness, it's down. All the way down. Up. Good enough. All right. First up. Magneton. Real good start here. Magnezone, Level X, Temple of Anger, PSA 10. We're not even going to put this one down the favorite because I'm not saying this is a bad card, but it's definitely not going to make the top, so we're not going to worry about it. We have a Uxie from Cry from the Mysterious, PSA 9. Beautiful card. I'm really thankful that I was buying as much Level X as I was when it was cheap because, well, now it's not so cheap and not so available. And that is how it goes. You know, everyone's like, oh, it'll be there forever, and then, well, it's just not. So... really beautiful card, and this one is going to make it first onto our top 3 list here. We have the Glaceon PSA 10 from Dawn Dash. I mean, that's a stunner right there. Beautiful card. Absolutely love this one. I have a ton of these to grade, I think. So I'll probably keep one eventually. This one is quite beautiful, but I'm going to pass on it. I'm going to wait for a swirl that really sticks out. But we are putting this one in our top 3 favorites here. We have the Glaceon Level X from Dawn Dash, PSA 9. Didn't quite make it with this, but a 9 on these is always nice. We have the top half here. See, this is going to get all mixed up because they don't send you anything back in order anymore, and it's kind of a little frustrating. We're going to have top halves, bottom halves, everything allocated all around this, unfortunately. So it's just going to be what it's going to be. But anyway, we have the Entei and Raikou top half here, Legend Piece from Reviving Legends, PSA 10. We'll put that one down here for now. And then we have a top half of Ho-Oh, Legend from Heart Gold, PSA 10. This one doesn't have quite the pop that one did, does it? We have Regigigas Level X Holo from the Regigigas Level X Collection Pack. PSA 10. It's a nice card. Honestly, this is fun. It's feel like it's been a while since I did this, and it's a nice kind of change of pace as far as doing videos. We have this one here. Is pretty cool. Got the Arceus from the movie commemoration random pack. PSA 10. Beautiful foiling on this. We're going to put that down here for now. I would say that probably goes into second place. Glaceon's going to stay on top. It's going to be interesting how this one unfolds because, again, there's a lot of really good stuff in here. We got Garchomp C, Level X from the Garchomp half deck. PSA 10. Ooh, nice orb on this one. Just a really nice foiling. I think this card kind of gets a little bit overlooked just because it's available now in the 25th anniversary set. Not that it's the same, but still, I think people value it a little bit less just because of that. Staraptor, FB Level X from Beat of the Frontier, PSA 9. This is that one where I always feel like I don't know what he's carrying. Looks like he's carrying somebody's leg. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but it's there. Cool one here. The Machina, don't know. Something with an M, Temple, from the Advent of Arceus release, DPTP promo, PSA 10. But, I mean, the reason we're here is because of the foiling, and we got Pikachu, Piplup, and Pichu having their best time ever in front of this massive building. We're going to switch out the Entei for that. Go that with the top three. That's how we're looking right now. Actually, we're going to swap that for the Arceus. I like it better. Here's the only English card in the submission. We have the Charizard Special Illustration Rare from 151. This is a friend of mine's who had me send it in for him. Unfortunately, this sub, for whatever reason, took forever. I really don't know. I always say when a submission randomly takes a long time and they don't contact you, it's either A, because they damaged something and they're waiting to get a hold of you, which is the answer you don't want, or B, like it's falling down the revolving hill of submissions and just keeps getting put to the back. But either way, it finished up. It took longer than what I thought it should, but it finished up. And yeah, but PSA 9 in this, he just missed. The centering, as you can see, left to right, is just off. A super clean card. Other than that, it might be a speck of whitening somewhere, but still a solid card. And the funny thing is, it's probably worth as much now in a 9 as what a 10 was before it got sent in, so it kind of works out. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he was hoping for the 10, but can't get it all the time, but still an absolutely phenomenal card. It's cool to see it in a case because I don't get to see this kind of stuff as often. So yeah, PSA 9, I'm going to put this to the side for him because I'm going to have to probably ship it out to him. All right, like I said, we're going to be bouncing around with some of these halves just because they don't put anything in order anymore. We have Darkrai and Cresselia from Lost Link top half, PSA 7. Definitely probably one of the very few, might be one of the only 7s in here, to be honest with you. I love the way this Darkrai is drawn. I just sold a top half and a 9 of this not long ago. Yeah, and like I said, bottom half, Palkia and Dialga Legend Piece from Clash of the Summit, PSA 9. Hold on a second, is this one of the ones? Yeah, this is unlimited, which these are typically pretty rare and unlimited. I'm actually kind of curious. Am I still logged in here? If I am, then we will check some certs to see what, yeah, we are. Check maybe some pops on some of this. There's a specific card in here I want to definitely check pop on. The nice thing is everything's in order here on my sheet the way I submitted it, but I mean, even it's from like beginning of the years to, you know, all the way to the end. But again, I don't know why. They used to always put it back in order and they just don't do it anymore. Yeah, so the unlimited version of this is only 53 and a 9, 42 and a 10. And I would assume that the first edition version is quite a bit larger. If I have the first edition top half in here, we'll check that out then too. All right, next up we have Mesprit, Cry for the Mysterious, PSA 10. I think these, the three the Mesprit, Uxie, and Azel for a little bit. A little bit underrated, in my personal opinion. Not enough to make it down here, though. Nice card, though. Oh, this is a cool one. Palkia from the Palkia half deck. Yeah, I mean, it's got the bubble, crazy, sparkle, insane foil. PSA 10 on this one. I like how it looks like he's almost like a sumo wrestler, too. Kind of like reaching out. Definitely an interesting artwork. Kenetsuna, I'm pretty sure they've done some quite strange artwork, and this is definitely unique in its own right. I really like this one. We're going to swap the Arceus out for that. We have the Prince of the Sea, Manaphy from the 10th movie set, PSA 10. I mean, how do you guys feel about Manaphy? I think a lot of people, I think Manaphy just doesn't get talked about. It's definitely one of those kind of shoved under the rug legendaries. I don't know. Doesn't seem to have like a big cult following like some of them. But then again, like there's ones like Celebi, which I think are amazing. And I feel like there's a lot of Celebi collectors, but overall, Celebi's not loved quite as much as some of them. I don't know. Some legendaries are just strange to me the way some people gravitate towards them and some people just kind of meh. We have Shieldon, 11th movie commemoration set promo, PSA 9. Ooh, this one has a nice swirl on it. It's unfortunate I got the 9 in this one, but still a good looking card. Good looking fossil Pokemon. Dialga, also from the 11th movie set. This one in a PSA 10. Nice. We got the Mewtwo level X here from the Mewtwo level X collection pack. PSA 10. Graded. I've graded quite a few of these in 10 at this point. Definitely one of the more accessible level X's coming from a deck rather than a pool. But, I mean, yeah, it's still a Mewtwo nonetheless. Arceus, movie commemoration random pack, PSA 9. There's 3 of these in this set. You see you saw the first one there that we had down in the 10. And there's one other one. I don't know if we have all 3 in here or not. We have the Chatot Challenge Haroba DPTP promo with the Jigglypuff in the background, PSA 10. This is kind of a rare-ish, like semi-rare promo, and I've been fortunate enough, I think this is the 3rd 10 I've graded of this, and I think I've sold both the other ones. Yeah, it's just a really nice card, and I think, again, it's nice to see a promo, especially a good one, of a Pokemon that would normally be a little less popular, a little underrated. So PSA 10. Ooh, well, this one's gonna hit the top block right away. Pikachu level X, Advent of Arceus promo, PSA 10. This is probably the biggest hitter in here as far as value. I think current list on these is like, what, 800, 900, maybe 1,000. This is probably the first level X that I personally ever owned. Back in the day, I actually bought a PSA 10 copy of this for like $150 or something. I had that for the longest time, and then it just was one of those cards that didn't quite make the cut. I am tempted to keep one of these. I mean, this probably might be one of my last chances to do so, but gonna pass on it. I just added a card to my collection, and I had just bought a card from my collection. Added one that I had already here, and then bought. So can't be too greedy. Gotta put stuff up for sale too. But I'll probably show those off at some point. The one especially when it comes in. But yeah, awesome card. Awesome. This actually goes with the Advent of Arceus. These came in like a blister pack together. It's pretty cool. Palkia's getting kicked out. We're going to put Pikachu right to the top. I mean, I don't know if that one's going to reign supreme throughout this, but it's definitely up there. But bye-bye, Palkia. You had your short little run. You're definitely a good-looking card. We have the Lightning Energy Gym Challenge promo from DPTP. These are actually kind of rare. They're absolutely beautiful energies. Missed the 10, but it's still a nice card. We'll take a look at it. I mean, not that people grade these all that often, but we'll just kind of, I'm curious too. I didn't check pops on any of this stuff. So we'll check when, what this is at. Pop on this is currently 6 and a 9, 8 higher. So 14 total between 9 and 10. So yeah, I mean, it's not something that gets graded all that often, and it's not something you see too often. They're kind of pricey, like $30, $40-ish. I think a lot of people were buying these to get signed for the longest time. We got a Swablu here. The shiny Swablu from Galactic's Conquest with the sparkle foiling. PSA 9 just missed, just missed on this. I think there's a couple in here. I'm always in this range with these. They're just so tough to grade. People just don't really understand how tough these shinies and like the reprint cards like the Surfing, Flying, Pikachu, ANA Airlines, Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos, all those cards from this era, how tough they are to grade because they all have an issue where something with the foiling and with the border sometimes doesn't adhere right, and they're very prone to chipping. And again, it is so tough to grade these. Usually, typically do not get 10s on these and just miss with a 9. So nice to still see a 9. They're still valuable in a 9, but again, it always feels good to grade something, especially that it's like typically low pop in a 10. It's kind of like a challenge thing. It's not just about the money. It's just cool. Like oh, I added a 10 to that pop count. Like, it just feels like an achievement when you're doing this kind of stuff for a living. So I don't know. PSA 9 though, still a really pretty card. That was only the first stack. We still got 75 cards to go. So sit back and relax. Hariyama, Clash the Blue Sky, PSA 10. Another kind of underrated Pokemon, one that I used in Ruby and Sapphire for a while, at least one of the playthroughs I did. Nice one here. Gibble, Autumn Battle Road promo from Diamond and Pearl promo set. PSA 10. Just kind of another one of those obscure promos that some people sleep on. I'm a fan of all this kind of stuff, which is why all these years, that's what I've been buying, this kind of stuff. We got Torterra, Level X, Secret of the Lakes, PSA 10. Oh, no, excuse me. This isn't Secret of the Lakes. This is the Secret of the Lakes release Diamond and Pearl promo. Caught me off guard there. I was like, wait a sec. I'm like, I thought this was only in Space-Time Creation. And sure enough, I was right because I looked down. There's the promo symbol. So, yeah. Secret of the Lakes release campaign promo is what this would have been. It's a nice card. Torterra, again, another kind of underrated starter Pokemon. Big fan of this. I had bought a 10 of this years ago. That's long gone. But I've graded a bunch of these and just failed to get a 10 and finally got a 10 on this. So I'm kind of pumped on that. We got the Shanks DP Card Exchange Diamond and Pearl promo. All of this is pretty much a common in one of the sets. But it's one of those things where it's a promo. It's got the unique holo only on the promo. And again, I just think the background with this one, the Ken Sugimori stock art, and then the red, I don't know, the foiling, everything about this, just a fan. We got the Heatran Level X, Cry for the Mysterious, Temple of Anger visual book promo. I know that's a lot. PSA 10. A lot of people see the other Heatran Level X. This one's a little less common, but even though it is a promo, yeah, still a nice card. Empoleon, Shining Darkness release campaign promo, PSA 10. We're crushing it. I'm telling you, this is a good sub. A lot of good Level X stuff here. We got the Porygon Z Level X. This would have been the Moonlit Pursuit Dawn Dash official visual book promo. I'd actually like to see the book and like how this came from factory. It'd be actually kind of nice, but another nice one here. We have the Espeon Reviving Legends PSA 10. I remember the other day I listed one of these, and within like 2 days it sold. Just funny how some of these cards are just so good and they're just in and then they're out. I like this, but yeah, I kind of like it better than the Michina, whatever, Temple. So we're going to swap that one out. This is still a really nice card. Really nice trainer. Ooh, well, this one's going to get removed right away in a sec. We have the Pokemon Japanese Ho-Oh Legend. Why I said that is just because I read the label. From Heart Gold Collection, PSA 9, bottom half here. We got no matching sets in the same grade, which is unfortunate, but it just is what it is. But yeah, you get to see Ho-Oh's talons here, you know. He's taloning. He's got a nice swirl there. But yeah, this one's going to swap out. We have the Burn Tower from Reviving Legends reverse foil in a PSA 10. These are a tough grade, and this is probably one of my favorite trainers, even though there's a ton of good trainers from Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. But we got the Suicune, Raikou, Entei all hanging out. I do have 2 of these in the prize promo. I know that sounds crazy. They're just sitting in a box somewhere. I would be keeping this, but that is the copy that I want to keep. So when I finally end up getting around to grading one of those is going to go in the collection, whichever one grades higher. They're not in the greatest condition, so I'm not expecting anything crazy, maybe no more than like a 7 or an 8. But yeah, that's the one that I want to put in the collection just because I really like that prize promo. It's same artwork, it's just not reverse foil, it's hollow, and it's got a nice stamp on it. So, but this is a beautiful card. Absolutely love this one. We're going to swap out Espeon for that. And I'm going to leave that one in third because I still like this Glaceon a lot. We're actually going to check what the pop is on that. I'm curious. Population on this currently is only 54 in a PSA 10, and these have really surged in the grading amount. So to only have 54 after everything, all the copies that were graded throughout the last couple of years, that's pretty low still. It's a nice lineup there, man. I'm telling you, we got some good stuff in here. We got Ninetales Soul Silver Collection, PSA 10. Again, another really beautiful one. I love how they did the stones that correspond to each Pokemon. They kind of fit those into them in these sets. It's kind of cool. But Raichu has it. The Evolutions have them. It's just, I don't know, again, kind of a cool little thing. All right, we got the Cresselia, half of the Darkrai Cresselia Legend from Lost Link, PSA 9. Again, we have another shiny here. We have the Vulpix from Galactic's Conquest, PSA 9. Again, we just missed on this one. I've been trying to get this one in a 10 for a while. This is one that when I finally do grade a 10, I am very, very, very tempted to throw that in the collection. I've been trying for a while. I still have a bunch of these, thankfully, to grade because I picked up a bunch for cheap a while back. They were in really good condition. But yeah, I mean, this one looks like it's really clean, just off left to right, just a little bit. But still a beautiful card. We have Delcatty from Galactic's Conquest. Man, look at the foiling on this thing go crazy. Swirl on the left, swirl on the right. PSA 10. Delcatty's really good, kind of underrated. But I guess it depends. Do you hate cats? Because if you hate cats, maybe you don't like it. Another level X here in PSA 10. We got the Dialga G level X from Galactic's Conquest. Nice card. And then this one didn't quite make it. We got the Dialga level X from the Dialga level X constructed deck, PSA 8. I don't know why this one got an 8. Well, looks like there's a little mark there at the corner that I probably missed. I don't know if that's enough for an 8. But then again, maybe it's a mark enough for a 6, depending on the grader. So, but still a nice card. It'll go to a good home. We have the Arceus movie release promo. I forget exactly. This one's kind of cool. It's a little trippy looking. It almost doesn't feel like a Pokemon card in a way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the artist is Kunihiko Yuyama. So that's someone I don't recognize. It probably hasn't done a ton of artwork. But yeah, it's cool. I like it, but it has like a weird vibe to it for sure. All right, so we have the top half now of the Palkia Dialga Legend from Clash of the Summit. This one got a PSA 7. Again, I don't know what happened on this. Looks pretty clean to me. So it must just be some mark somewhere that I missed. Some little indent or something. Don't know. But still a nice card. We'll check this quick, though. I wanted to see, like I said. So the bottom half that was unlimited I guess this isn't really proper because this is a PSA 7. It would have been nice if it would have been matching, but that'd have been too much to ask. So yeah, 299 higher than this. I guess we can see what this is in a 9 to give you perspective. I gotta go through all these. What's the number on this? 72. All right, we can do that. Scroll down. All right, so the numbers on this in unlimited in a 9 are 16, okay, and the first edition is 77, if that gives you any perspective of how short of the print run is on unlimited than first edition. And total graded 333 first edition, 98 unlimited, so pretty substantial. All right, moving on. Another half here. This one's really cool. I really like the ground on this. We got the PSA 9. Ooh, actually, they did keep these in line. Look at that. We got a set we can actually show off. So we got the PSA 10 top half Kyger Groudon and the PSA 9 bottom half of this one. Really nice set. Just missed the 10 set. Clash of Legends is the set. Again, really, really nice pair. This is definitely one that has some good synergy to it. Nice foiling, too. And then we're back to a bottom half. This one we saw earlier. The top half of, I mean, this is cool, though. I really like the way Raikou's drawn. But we have the bottom half of the Entei Raikou from Reviving Legends, PSA 9. We have Psyduck, Miracle of the Desert, PSA 10. Cool one here. I like how his eyes are, like, crossed out. Psyduck's just always getting abused, no matter who draws him. Cool one here, too. I'm actually curious what the pop is on this one. We have the Wally from Miracle of the Desert, PSA 10. I didn't see any of these on eBay. Sometimes when I get a sub back, I'll just kind of do a price check on some stuff and just kind of see where things are at before it comes back. Sometimes I feel like it's kind of a waste of time because I'm going to have to do it again anyway, but I don't know. I guess you can just get excited with what you're getting back. But pop on this is only 6. Wow. That's actually pretty insane. I mean, I know it's just a trainer, but, I mean, it is a really good card. It's quite unique having the trainer interact with Pokemon, especially one of these older cards. So, pop 6 is pretty low. I would assume this one will probably find a home pretty quick just because it's obscure. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Oh, man, really nice one here. It's going to be tough here. We got the Snorlax Flight of Legends, PSA 10. I really like this card. Yeah, I got to swap out the Burn Tower. I really like Burn Tower, but the only thing that turns me off, I like the reverse foiling on this is technically this one's rare, but it kind of takes away from the picture and what's going on, which is why I like it a little bit less than actually the non-holo and the full holo promo version. Really nice card, though. I like this Snorlax. Oh, this one actually probably would have made it into second place if it would have hit a 10. We got the Pidgeot holo from Flight of Legends. I have not graded this card a ton of times. It seems tough to grade, and I don't know if this was playable or something back in the day, but these are always pricier when you buy raw copies, and you seem to not see them as much, or at least in good condition. So I'm wondering if this Pokepower made it playable back in the day, and that always is a factor on how often you find beat and broken condition cards, because if they're getting played all the time, there's just not as many mint condition copies floating around, but still a really pretty card. Nice Harada artwork. All right, that's stack 2 down. We have 2 stacks down, 2 to go. So 15 more cards. Somehow we're 30 minutes in. I guess that's how these videos usually go. We have the Leafeon from Dawn Dash, PSA 10. It's a shame these aren't sequential, but that's not the way I sent them in. I think I sent them in with their counterpart level X's. If they were sequential, I would think about keeping these. But beautiful card. We got Gardevoir from Dawn Dash, PSA 10. Celebi, Secret of the Lakes, PSA 10. Again, I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of people that don't really care for Celebi, and I don't understand it. I don't know, I just think it's a really good Pokemon. Especially as far as legendaries go. Tyranitar, Secret of the Lakes 10. Another really good one. Nice. We got the Lucario Level X from Secret of the Lakes 10. This is a really cool one, too. I haven't graded too many of these in 10, but at least one or two now, but I don't know. Fan of this one for sure. And another good one, Rhoda's Mew from the movie VS pack. PSA 10. Man, that's tough. I like the Snorlax a lot, but I like this a lot too. I'm going to let this one out. I'm going to let Snorlax ride for right now. We got the Golem EX from Magmaverse Aqua, PSA 9. This is one of those weird, obscure-looking EXs, but I just like it for some reason. I don't know why. I can't explain it to you, but I'm a fan. Hikaru Koiki. It's really weird because Ryo Ueda is the one who did most of the EXs from back then, and they were like, hey, buddy, like, you can do Golem EX. He's kind of like a less popular Pokemon, and he was like, yeah, let me make it weird, and sure enough, he did. And I kind of like it, so... We have Rayquaza, Holland Research Tower, PSA 10. This is a fantastic one. It's tough for me not to switch out Snorlax for this, but... yeah, I gotta stick with Snorlax. Gotta stick with the boy right now. Oh, he might be disappearing, though. This is a very underrated Vileplume from Holland Phantoms in a PSA 10. I really like this card, and I don't know what it is about it exactly. I think it's how dark the Vileplume is. It almost looks black, and then with the red being like darker color, I don't know. And then also it being a psychic type, and it's Delta species, so it's like psychic metal. I don't know. This one's just really cool to me. So yeah, I think we're gonna swap out Snorlax for that. I know that sounds crazy to some of you, but I'm a big fan of this card. I think it looks really cool. And I think that's the first one of those that I've graded in a 10. So, same with this one. Got the Gardevoir from Holland Research Tower, PSA 10. Speaking of obscure and kind of strange, we have the Yukiko Baba artwork of Chansey from Golden Sky Silver Ocean in a PSA 10. Quite the interpretation here of Chansey. It's cool, though. This is a rare from the set, too. I'm actually curious on the pop on this one. I think people sleep on these rares from the sets. It's not just like it's like a regular common. It's an actual rare. I mean, they are tough to find in mint condition, and they aren't always cheap, either. What do we got pop on Chansey here? What are you? Pop 3. Pop 3. That's how crazy this is. And I know people aren't like me all the time grading this kind of stuff. And who knows, maybe one of these has already been me that I graded because I like grading this kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, the thing is now, I mean, we're well past when you can just go out and find a mint copy of this. So, I mean, what are people going to do years down the line when 10, 20 years, when this stuff actually starts becoming more and more and more desirable and you can't find a PSA 10 worthy copy of this just floating around, even though it's just a rare non-holo from a set. I mean, Pop 3 is not enough to probably feed that demand. I think this stuff is kind of a little bit underrated for the time period we're in. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. Maybe Pokemon's dead in 10, 20 years. I really highly doubt it, but yeah. If it is dead, I'll still be here collecting. I'll still be here as long as I'm healthy and alive. We'll see. Dragonite, Cry from the Mysterious, PSA 10. I think we got lucky on the last submission I sent in and got one of these as well. But here we have another copy. Beautiful card. Alright, guys. I am going to do the dreaded nose blow here. I told you I'd probably do it. It's going to happen, so I do apologize. But I felt like I was getting more nasally and nasally as we go on here, and it was time. So we crossed the halfway mark. We hopefully won't have to do it again. So Moving on. Oh, here's the worst grade. That might have been the worst moment in the video, and here's the worst grade in the video. I don't know what happened with this one. I'm tempted just to crack this out and look it over. It's got to be something somewhere. I mean, this looks like a very clean... Oh, there's a mark down here. I don't know if that's enough to make it a 5, but... I mean, yeah, unless there's something missing, this is a card I would call near mint. Kind of looks like there's a crease to go with it. You know, I'm wondering if maybe they did that by accident. Didn't admit it, because I don't think I would have sent a card with a crease in. So, tempted to crack that one and see. I mean, stuff happens. I know that's not what most people want to hear, but especially when you're submitting thousands and thousands of cards every year. I know people that submit tens of thousands of cards. Stuff happens. Every business isn't perfect, but at the end of the day, my personal opinion, PSA is the best out there. They have the best service, the best quality control. Pricing is decent, and you're getting the best value for, you know, the money you're paying, like as far as what the card's worth graded. So, not that it makes me happy. I'm not, you know, patting them on the back for making a mistake. And thing is, though, it could have been me. It could very well have just been something that I looked over and didn't see. But, yeah, 5 is definitely odd for something I sent in that I'm usually pretty careful with. So, things happen, though. Can't be so mad all the time. Doesn't do you any good. Kingdra EX, Rulers of the Heavens, PSA 10. Really nice one. We have the Magikarp, Rulers of the Heavens, PSA 10. This is a really funny looking Magikarp, honestly, now that I'm looking at it. He's definitely really strange. He's like, oh. This one's really, really pretty. We have the Oddish from Undone Seal, PSA 10. We got the awesome Yukimori artwork here. Just a little clay doll sitting in the grass. I don't know. Again, pretty cool card. We'll check pop on this one, too. Kind of curious as to how many idiots like me have also graded this. Now, it's funny how fast some of this stuff sells, just because, I mean, availability's not there. I mean, you put it up for a fairer price, and honestly, some people don't think they're fair at all. Oh, it's just a common. It's like, well, go find that common then and grade it a 10, because obviously you can do that, but you haven't decided to. But this stuff usually will sell fairly quick. Sometimes it doesn't, though. I could be wrong. Pop 17 on this, so that's actually pretty decent for one of these. But, yeah. Didn't see any available when I looked this up. But really cool card. If it wouldn't be for the Vileplume, I'd be pretty tempted to put this down there, but we're going to have to let his big brother keep doing his thing. We got the Electivire FB Level X. Crazy, crazy foiling on this one. From Beat of the Frontier, PSA 10. Yeah, I mean, that foiling is just wild. Another really good one here, we got the Salamence Level X from Advent of Arceus, PSA 10. Kind of looks a little funky. It looks like his wings, like they didn't get the... I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, the one wing looks like it's one way, the other one kind of looks like... It looks like the perspective, is that what the artist term I'm looking for here? Isn't quite right. But then again, maybe it's because, like, it's coming forward, like... I don't know. It's a great looking card. We're not going to nitpick. I mean, it's Ryo Ueda. It's a great looking card, but something does, at first glance, look off. We got the Jirachi Bond Stand of Time PSA 10. Man, look at the foiling on this. 2 swirls, orbs everywhere, foiling going crazy. Nice card. Graded a ton of these in PSA 10. A ton. I'm probably like a quarter of the pop at this point. We have the Moltres, Beat of the Frontier, Sparkle Foil, PSA 7. Again, we just missed in this. See, I sent this in, and I will often try for these, especially if the back is mint. But you see here, this isn't a crease. This is simply a crack in the foiling on the border of this. Whatever they foiled over this with just did not work. And you just see this chipping of the foiling all the time. I mean, the back of this is probably pretty clean, yeah. It's a shame. It's like literally a mint card in the back, and then the front, other than that spot, pretty mint. Well, top's like that too. Actually, all 4 corners have the cracking, but I don't know. I can't help but try sometimes with these just because they're super clean, and it's tough to find a clean copy on the back as is, and then to find one clean on the front, it's just almost impossible sometimes. We have Flygon, Level X, Bonds to the End of Time, PSA 9. Big fan of this one. Big Flygon fan, personally. Oh, we just missed on another one of these two. Again, this one just has a little bit of chipping in the edges, just enough to send it off, and the back is flawless. We got the Pikachu, the Surfing Pikachu, Bonds to the End of Time at 9. These are crazy expensive in a 10. I remember I listed the 110 that I graded. I don't know if it was surfing or flying, but it sold within 12 hours, and it sold for like $3,500 or something like that in a 10. Yes, $3,500, $3,500. It's just a crazy tough card to grade. We'll look at the pop. Yeah, I mean, pop in a 9 is only 32, and this is the first edition version. Pop in a 10 is only 10. So, again, that just goes to show you how tough these are to grade. It's just insane. I'm fortunate enough that I even graded one of these in a 10. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. All right, we got the Typhlosion from Golden Sky Silver Ocean, PSA 9. It's still throwing me off a little seeing these 10 certs up there. It's just so crazy. That's where we're at. We got Metagross, Clash of Blue Sky, PSA 10. Nice swirl in this copy. I always like when Metagross is in the Psychic typing over the metal. I don't know, I just think it adds a cool layer to it with the color, the metal color, and the purple. Jolteon, Golden Sky Silver Ocean, PSA 10. Nice hit on that one. It's a really good looking Jolteon. All right, last stack, last 25 cards here. I know we haven't changed these out for a while. I don't know if we're going to end up doing so or not. We will see, but as it stands, that is our current top 3. We have Altaria EX, Mirage Forest, PSA 9. I think I might have just sold one of those. Deoxys EX, Clash the Blue Sky, PSA 8. Ooh, nice swirl on that copy. I think this is the defense form. One of my favorite EXs, one that I have in my personal collection in a 10. We have the Wailord EX from Miracle of Desert, PSA 9. You can just make out his beady little eye there. Dugong, Mysterious Mountains, PSA 9. Nice little orb on this guy. I love E-Series. I just love that they did a lot of more obscure Pokemon and gave them these really cool holos back in the day. Wish they would do something similar again. Someday. Starmie, again, really like this one. Split Earth, PSA 10. I am tempted to swap this out, but we're going to let Vileplume ride. We're going to see if he can ride it out throughout the rest of this. I like when Starmie is in the Psychic type as well, not just water. We got the Kabutops, Split Earth 10. Muck, always really like this one from Town of No Map, PSA 9. I like how he's just kind of like crawling down this like sewer way. And he's reaching out. He just looks like the Loch Ness Monster or something. Well, I guess Loch Ness Monster is supposed to be Nessie, so it's probably not it, but a creature from the Black Swamp, whatever it may be, I don't know. But he looks like that. That's what he looks like. And it's just a nice card. And again, kind of an obscure Pokemon getting a cool holo, and I like that. We have the Pichu Expedition, PSA 9. Now, this one got a 10. It'd be tough for me not to want to swap this one, but man, gorgeous, gorgeous card. We have Rocket's Tyranitar, PSA 9. I think the last 2 of these that I sent in got 10, so it was about time we hit a 9, but still thankful for that. This stuff's getting tougher and tougher to find, so. We have the Diglett from Web Series, PSA 10. I think this is like the Aso Bikata series in the unnumbered promos where it had the regular old back border. That's what it's originally from. We got the Venomoth from Web Series PSA 10. This was vending series before. I like it with the E-Series border. I like Web Series. We have Game Boy Dragonite. The infamous Game Boy Dragonite. PSA 9. Just missed on this one. These still sell for, I think, I sold a 9 the other day for like 180. So, I mean, it's still nothing to be upset about. But this card just has done well from the beginning of COVID all the way through, even in the downturn, even when it dropped a little until now. And just to give you perspective on how desirable this card is. Pop in a 9, and again, like I said, I think I sold one the other day for like 180 something in a 9. 2,275 copies of this exist in a 9, and 1,593 exist in a 10. Again, this is just one of those iconic old back cards, and one that a ton of collectors enjoy having it find their way its way into their collection. And I can't blame them. I mean, this is a really good card. And it's Japanese exclusive, too. So, that's another draw. Here's a big one. Again, we talked about earlier about when I feel like I've achieved... I like achieving the goal of grading stuff that typically is tough to grade and low pop. I don't know the exact pop in this, but we have the Hamachan's Slowking Koro Comics promo. It has the glossy finish. I picked up 2 copies of this a little while back where I thought that they both had a chance. One got a 9, and this one struck the 10, so I'm pretty pumped on that. We're going to check it out here. We'll see what the pop is on this. Wow, actually, you know what? I'm not as excited anymore. Wow, pop is 135 on this in a 10. Wow, I am pleasantly surprised on that. I would have thought this was way, way lower. Typically, stuff like this is in like the 10 range, 10 to 20 range. Huh, completely wrong on that one. Had absolutely zero idea, apparently, what I was talking about when it came to this one. Huh, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, this one just must be easier to get, because here's like the Sabrina Zabra, if you guys are familiar with that one, the Koro glossy promo. Pop's only 14. Yeah, Ivy Pikachu, obviously. Pop's only 19. The Ninja Gym trick, only 10. And I've been fortunate, I think I graded 2 or 3 of those. So that is an achievement. The Meryl, only 6. Togepi, 6. So yeah, I'm actually really surprised. Yeah, Giovanni's Nidoking, 16. Blaine's Growlithe, 11. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. I was all excited to look up the pop on this thinking it was super low. The only thing I can think of, unless like people like labeled this the wrong thing or something, and a bunch of them got sent in and labeled that way, but I really don't think so. That's crazy to me. Would have never guessed that's a 135 in a 10. I'm still glad to have it, but crazy. Here I was thinking I graded a low pop card, and then I'm wrong. Still cool though. Glad to check this one off the list of something that I've graded before. Moving on, Entei Neo 3 PSA 10, the iconic Entei. Alright, we got Giovanni's Nidoking. For whatever reason, this stack almost seems like it's in order. Why the other ones weren't? It's like somebody was okay with it to start, and they were like, nah, bug it. I'm just gonna throw everything in a box then. So, it's weird. Anyway, Giovanni's Nidoking from Gym 2 Challenge, PSA 9. Got the Moltres. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's a 2004 card behind this. Moltres, PSA 9 from Fossil. We have the Jigglypuff Undone Seal. Always hate to miss on stuff like this. I mean, this will still sell at some point, but we did miss on this one. PSA 9 on the Jigglypuff from Undone Seal. Still a great card. It'll go to a good home. Oh, here's a really good one. We got the Ninetales from Undone Seal, PSA 10. Oh, you know what that reminds me? We didn't see the Vulpix yet, did we? And I know there's a Vulpix in here, so we're going to set this aside. We're going to pair them up. But, yeah, this is a really good one. And I think this might be the first one of these I've graded in a 10. Oh, yeah. We got the Zapdos ANA Airlines, the original, not the reprint from Beat of the Frontier. PSA 10. Meanest looking Zapdos out there. So cool. We have a Pikachu Gold Star. I remember sending these in. They were not the greatest condition, and, well, they didn't come back in the greatest grades. But that's why I mean, you just, with Gold Stars and stuff like that, I mean, if you grade, you might as well just send them in. It gives you an exact idea of the condition. Nobody's disappointed. When you sell it, it's, it's encapsulated, authenticated. It has the grade. I just think it's important that people send in this kind of stuff instead of sell it raw if you're already grading on the regular. It just doesn't make sense to sell it raw. But PSA 6, still an amazing looking card. And I mean, again, look at this thing. I mean, yeah, it's got a couple marks here and there, but I mean, this will be perfect for somebody's collection. And it's a lot cheaper than what, the $3,500 PSA 10 or whatever. I've been fortunate enough, I think, to own like 2 or 3 copies of that in a PSA 10 in my time. We have the Charmeleon Trainers Magazine PSA 10. I think these are a little bit slept on, especially the 3 of the middle evolutions with the War Turtle and the Ivysaur. Excuse me. But so it goes. I mean, just because I think it's underrated doesn't mean everyone else does and everyone else wants to buy it. So, I mean, there's still like $100 to $200 cards in PSA 10, but yeah, I just think the artwork and everything, it's just kind of surprising to me. Just like the color. Has a very tropical feel. So do the other ones as well. All right, we got Porygon Z Level X. We had the promo version earlier, and now we have the Temple of Anger set version. It's kind of funny. Nice throw on this one. They almost like kind of just flip-flopped him. Like he's coming from this way doing a pose, and the other one's coming from the other way doing a pose. But yeah, we got both 10s in the same sub. Nice orb there. Nice swirl. Last couple cards here. I don't know if anything's going to take the spot here at this point, but we will see. Garchomp Level X from Moonlit Pursuit PSA 10. We had the one from the deck earlier. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, if you're a big Garchomp collector, let me know. I mean, he just seems very frail and skinny. This is like, malnutrition Garchomp Level X. I don't know. It seems kind of weird. Who did this one? Ryu Ueda. Maybe Ueda was, doing a little drinking or something when he was doing artwork for Level X, because EX is great. So, I don't know. We got the Gardevoir Level X, PSA 9. Another tough one to grade. I think this one may have been playable, or maybe I'm thinking of the EX from Miracle Desert. I really don't know. And then we have the Mewtwo to go along with that Pikachu Gold Star. This one got a 5. Again, not a great grade, but a lot of times these low grades will sell faster than the high grades, just because more people have, the couple $100 it takes to buy this, as opposed to the, again, $2,000-$3,000 it takes to buy this or the Pikachu in a PSA 10. So I'm sure these will go to good homes, and I'm sure will sell fairly quickly. And lastly, for this PSA return video, this is what I was talking about earlier. We have the Vulpix from Undone Seal in PSA 10. And this is a conjoined artwork by Toshiano Aoki. You can kind of see what's going on there. It's a little tough because of the one's foil and one's not, but I mean, you can see the smoke trails. I don't know if this is like pre-evolution and then the volcanoes erupting, it evolves, or how it works, or if it's actually one picture or just same spot, two different time frames. I don't know, but it's just kind of a cool set, little pair here. Sequentials, so that's kind of cool too. I won't sell them like that, but maybe someone will end up seeing that and buying them. I don't know, but it's just a cool little set of guys here. Vulpix and Ninetales. But yeah, so our top 3 didn't really change that much from the start. We definitely got off on a good start with the ones we saw. Vileplume was the last to join. We have the Pikachu Level X from Advent of Arceus, the Glaceon from Dawn Dash, and then the Vileplume from Holland Phantoms. Again, these are my 3 favorite picks from this submission. I only ever pick 10s just because, again, it limits the pool from which I can pick from, because I would have picked some other ones probably. I mean, if that Gold Star got a 10, that Pika, that'd have been up top. But yeah, these are my 3 favorite. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, I haven't been able to do quite as many of these because, simply put, I haven't gotten back as many returns. But these will pick up a little bit. Submission videos obviously will pick up first since, well, they have to go in to come back. And then, yeah, I'm hoping to have a steady stream of, submission, return, and everything like that probably by the middle of this year. But yeah, more videos to come for sure. A lot of good cards in here. These will be getting put up for sale soon. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. It was fun. I really like going through this kind of stuff. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, or don't. But either way, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.